as per that podcast I throw out, man, it's more like building that footy player as a person. So outside of footy, what's his life look like?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of area that I'm really passionate about outside of my 9 to 5 at the moment.
I know. Mate, something that sort of fascinated me in that podcast, you talked about like investing in NFTs and stuff. Like how deep down that NFT rabbit hole have you gone, and how do you think that could fit a young player, bro?
Oh, bro, to be honest, that's probably about all I know about NFTs is NFT, the word NFT.
Like
man, I definitely need to school up on crypto and NFT. I do think it's the way of the future, but like, man, if there would be some advice that I'd be giving to professional rugby players, that you've got a platform, you've got status, make sure that when you come off the back of retiring or you get injured, that you've got different pathways in your life, not something to fall back on, but different pathways in your life, different passions. So when you hang up the boots and all your eggs in that one basket fall on the ground, you got nothing. That's not what you want. So I'd be looking big picture. If I was them, I'd be thinking 30, 40 years in time. I'd be investing in crypto. I'd be making NFTs on themselves. I don't know much about NFTs, but from like what I'm about to talk about them about, it's more like branding themselves, bro, and branding their name, trademarking some of the slang that they say with the boys, you know, like just little things that could really come in handy in 20, 30 years time is what I'll be telling young players for sure.
I'll have to find you the video, bro. I think the show is called Impact Theory. I can't quite think of the dude's name, but he explains it like super well. I'd sort of had a small handle on it, and he explains it too well, and I don't want to butcher it, so maybe I'll also put it in the show notes. But it's fascinating you're saying about NFTs. Like, he's not making one of himself or his plays. You know, he could probably go halves with Bodie on that try against Argentina. But Luke Jacobson the other day chucked up that he bought one. So like, obviously the conversations being had amongst the top echelon, the All Blacks. Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting time. And like I said, that out the back bullet pass, I'm sure Luke has 50-50 odds on that one. So, you know, maybe they could come to an agreement that
I think the form that he's in and how he's going, I definitely don't think he'll be short of coin. So
also I think for that try, like, Luke had to keep up with Bodie, so you know.
Yeah, well, that's right. Surely he got a little bit of a bonus out of that. No, but I think TJ Perenara, he's hearted into crypto. I don't know if you listened to the Waterlad podcast that he did with James Marshall, but there was
I have to go back and listen to that one. Yeah,
man, give it a listen. They were talking about how instead of getting paid money from New Zealand Rugby or whoever, getting paid in crypto. So, man, like, the conversation's definitely out. They're definitely pushing the boat out. It'll be interesting to see how they're going to navigate that space. I do think that the All Blacks are doing it well. They're definitely branding themselves a lot better. If you think of Ardie Savea, he's got his own podcast. He's got a clothing line. He pushes out the mental health message. He pushes that boat out as well. So I think Ardie's doing it really well. I think he's getting into NFTs from rumours on other podcasts. So changing that narrative, man.